Hey, good morning, everybody. Irish Prepper 2A here, and I am coming back with another video for this week. And we've been doing this series of prepping on a budget, and we started off with the, Harbor Freight, then we went to Walmart, then we did Amazon, then we did a military surplus store, and we've been doing things like that. And normally I do this by the month because this whole video series was designed to be prepping on a budget. But there was a new military surplus store that I found out about, and I couldn't wait to go see it. And it definitely met expectations. It was a fantastic place. I'm just going to go ahead and mention it right now. It is All Americans Surplus and Supply in Gerardstown, West Virginia. Got the card there, contact info on the back. And when I went in, it's a small shop, but it has some great stuff. It has great stuff. And the gentleman that owns it, he is a wealth of knowledge. Shout out to you, buddy. I spent more time talking with him and his customers in the store than I actually did shopping. And, it was just, some of the things that we talked about would just like blow your mind. It was awesome. I'm definitely heading back there. So without further ado, let's get right back into what we picked up at this surplus shop. So up until now, we've gotten cutting tools, canteen cups, tarps, cordage, fire making, all the other things that go into a basic survival kit. Sooner or later, you're going to run into the situation of this is what I need versus this is what I want. Needs and wants. And sometimes those can be combined. You know, do I really need this, but I want it? But yeah, I kind of need this. So the very first thing that I picked up was a pair of surplus Digicam BDUs. Just your standard military BDU. Um, in my opinion, for this being surplus, these are in great condition. I don't see any missing threads, any rips, holes, tears, or stains on them. And this was a good item to pick up. You might say, what does what does having a pair of BDU pants have to do with a SHTF bug out situation? Uh, you know, it never hurts to have a good quality item on hand. So with these BDUs, 15 bucks. 15 bucks for these. They have, the Velcro for putting in knee pads and whatnot right there. And the thing about these is, these were designed, these were made to last. All right. It's a good item. For 15 bucks, you can't beat it. Versus these tactical pants that I have that I ordered back in at Christmas time, and they have the spot for the knee pad in there. I showed those in a previous video. These were over $40. So we're talking well under 50%, almost a third of the price for these. Guys, the other thing I want to talk about with these BDU pants is, you know, I have no problem buying a piece or two of surplus gear, but I would never fully deck myself out in 100% military garb, for one reason. I don't ever want to be, someone that, is accused of portraying stolen valor. You don't know what that is? That's somebody that's trying to imitate a member of the service that actually served. As I said, I have no problem, wearing a piece or so. That's completely fine. I go out in these, with normal clothes up top. Nobody's gonna think any different. But to fully deck yourself out 100% and then go get a free McMuffin or latte or whatever floats your boat, you know, because you're decked out. You know, don't do it. It's stolen valor. It's a federal crime, and it's just completely dishonorable. Don't do that, man. That next thing I picked up was a poncho. This came in its own bag right here. This was really cool. Uh, Last video I did about getting the poncho liner, the whoopee. So now we have the complete poncho system. It just comes in a camo pattern. Has a hood on it with drawstring and a small, quarter zip right there just to snug it up. But yeah, poncho was cool. Poncho ran 35 bucks. Now, I know I mentioned in the previous video I got the tarp from Harbor Freight. Okay, the tarp, yeah, would work as a poncho in a pinch. It also is a shelter. That's the main purpose behind it. If you set the tarp up as a shelter, at one point in time, you're going to have to get out from underneath that shelter. And if you're suffering weather, what else do you have? Now you've got a poncho. The other really cool thing I liked about this poncho was in all four corners, there's grommets. So really, and sorry guys, you can't get the full appreciation, but I am 5'8" tall and I cannot reach end to end. So this poncho is about 6 feet long by, I don't know, 4.5 feet wide or so. And with those grommets, I could essentially make this into a very quick, down and dirty lean-to shelter. So actually a poncho has numerous uses. I mean, just, let your mind wander. You can do numerous things with the poncho. Uh, well worth the $35. Very well worth it. Lastly, he did have these MRE meals ready to go. Not like your traditional MRE, like a military MRE. I really don't know. These are made Sopaco in South Carolina, but they have all the content of a military grade MRE. They even have the water bag and the heater in here. But check this out. Check this out. Don't know if you can see that. There we go. The holy grail of MREs, the Chili Mac. Like one of the most sought after MREs out there. You ask anybody that was in the military. And I was not in the military, but I have numerous acquaintances and friends that were, and they always rave about the Chili Mac. I mean, this is a bartering chip right here. That's a bartering chip or a celebratory meal right there. So, that was a good score. So, this MRE right here, $7. And nowadays, with the way things have gone, if you can get an MRE with the heater and everything else for $10 or less, you have really found yourself a good score. So yeah, they had these for 7, Poncho 35. So $60 out the door. $60 out the door. And that was, money definitely well spent to a great business and, somebody that, really knows their stuff. Again, shout out to the All American Surplus and Supply. Thank you so much. I will certainly be coming back to pick up other items in the future.